So today I'm behind the wheel of the 2023 Mazda CX-50, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right, over on the left, you've got your window switches, you've got your rear mirror adjust. Up here you've got a door latch, you've got your door locks. To the right of that, you've got a bunch of buttons. So starting at the top, you've got a button that can turn off the sensors for around the vehicle. You've got a camera view button, so you push this once and it will display camera view on the navigation display. Pushing it again, alternative view. Push it a third time, and then backs you back to the menu. You got parking sensor option that you can turn off, traction control off, the I-stop, which is basically the engine start stop. You can turn that off. Down low, you've got 4 more buttons. So you've got the latch. The rear latch release will automatically raise and lower, or actually raise. And then seating positions where you can adjust and set for the other 3 buttons. Moving to the gauge cluster. Before I get to the gauge cluster, you got a trip button on the left. Over on the right, you've got the dim level adjust for the gauge cluster. So the gauge cluster is basically 3 cylinder gauges. The center is a digital display. The others are all analog. So you can adjust the center display. So this is a more digital without the tack, just displaying the miles per hour top. And you've got more standard tack, and then you've got information which can be displayed in the center. Moving to the steering wheel, how I was adjusting that is this info button right here. So pushing it kind of cycles you through those different options. Also on the left of the steering wheel, you've got volume control, tuner knob, you've got talk buttons for if you have a phone connected. Over on the right, you've got the cruise control level of the vehicle in front of you, more cruise control options, lane assist, as well as more additional cruise control options as well. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. Tucked behind the steering wheel on the right side is the engine start stop button. And then you have the navigation display. I really like the Mazda infotainment system because it's basically just 5 main pages that you can go into with a option for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I currently have my phone connected, so I have Android Auto. But starting at the top, you got information, fuel efficiency monitor, Sirius XM travel link, and the vehicle status monitor. So let's go into fuel efficiency monitor, show you some stuff. Basically displays a bunch of data for how efficient the vehicle is. And Sirius XM doesn't really matter if you don't have the service. Going to vehicle status monitor can tell you things like your next service date. Entertainment is whatever you're listening to. Communication, obviously your phone. Navigation, maps and your destination. It's going down to settings. So you got adjustments for your in-vehicle displays, sound settings, safety settings, vehicle settings, connectivity settings, system settings. You name it, you can pretty much change it. Going down from the navigation display is your HVAC controls. So it's all kind of digitally represented. You got the knob to adjust the temperature for both the driver, passenger, or you can sync them together. You can turn off, cycle through the fan strength, different options for HVAC control. Down low, you've got a heated steering wheel, heated seats for the driver and passenger, as well as ventilated seats, which I currently have on for myself at a mid setting for the driver and the passenger as well. And an AC button located all the way to the right. Tucked down here, you've got a smoker's plug hidden right here. You have a cubby hole spot. You got 2 cup holders. Moving back from the cup holders, you've got your gear lever. So you got park, reverse, neutral, drive. You go into drive, you can hit it over, and then you can adjust gears should you wish. Going to the steering wheel, you also have hidden paddles behind the steering wheel, which can allow you to shift your own gears as well. Put it in the park. You've got the My Drive switch. So this basically switches you between different drive modes. So I'm going to cycle through. Right now I'm in the normal mode. Sport livens it up with a more reddish hue. And in off-road, kind of see kind of a sandy texture terrain, and then of course it says off-road down low. Now it says off-road, but it's really just adjusting the traction control settings. So I wouldn't really climb a mountain with your CX-50, but it will kind of adjust so you have the least amount of wheel slippage, whereas in sport it's more freer throttle, or the most potential freely moving throttle that you can have in the vehicle. I've been just cruising around town in the normal mode. Back from the My Drive, you've got a parking brake latch, you've got the auto hold button, which will save your right foot in traffic. Moving to the right of that, this is kind of the infotainment control, so it's a toggle knob. You can also adjust left, right, up, top, but you can also turn it like a dial. You can also quickly get into certain screens such as nav, your entertainment. You got home and a back button as well surrounding that knob. Over to the right, you've got a volume knob as well as tuner options and a favorites button. And you've got a nice armrest, which opens up into two pieces. There's also a charging pad right here. It's kind of hidden. I don't want to forget to mention that. But in here, there is a USB plug. I'm currently utilizing it, but it's pretty deep. Moving to the passenger side, got a glove box. Give you a look at the passenger door. The theme of the seats. Currently have my child's car seat in the back, but I'll give you a better look on that side of what the seats look like. There is a sunroof for both the front and rear of the cabin. Up top, you got your sunroof controls as well as sunglass holder. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2023 Mazda CX-50. If there is some detail that I didn't go in depth enough on and you have some questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I would love to find you an answer, and if I don't know the answer, I will point you in a direction to get you an answer. Thanks for watching.